So yesterday my monitor crapped out, my main monitor at least, the one that I used for the most part, and I had to go buy a new one because I can't function without two monitors now because I do so much work down here that I have to have something else going on other than whatever I'm working on. Otherwise, I might go insane. Hi guys, it's Friday, the 15th, I guess? 15th, 16th, 17th? Yes, it is the 15th. Um, Arthur, your vlog this week really made me think about quitting in general, and you're right. Quitting is not something that necessarily has to be looked at as a negative, because it can really be a positive, especially. But you do have to decide that it is something that you want slash need to do in order to make it something positive. More importantly than quitting, however, I don't know why it kind of got me thinking, probably just because it's relevant to what I'm going through currently at work, is organization and planning. Now, I'm a very big subscriber to the do as I say, not as I do idiom when it comes to this kind of thing, because I'm not a good planner and I'm an even worse organizer. This is probably the most organized you'll see me slash my desk slash anything regarding me for a long time, or for a long time in both directions, in the future or the past. However, it's important. Right now, it's a little bit of a jumble at work just because things aren't organized and planned right. We have a big event tomorrow that was not planned correctly. We spent all day today prepping for it when we should have been prepping for it for the last 2 weeks. And it's frustrating, especially when it's out of your control. I'd like to think that I would have done things differently had I been the one to have been coordinating this event, getting things ready for it, making sure that everybody knew what they needed to be doing, when to have things ready for this event. However, I can't really make that distinction because I'm not in that position. I'm just in the position where I'm reaping the negative consequences of those actions, and that's the only position I can really be in right now. But I'm getting older. I'm the oldest of the five of us, and I would not say the most mature, or in general, I wouldn't say I have my life together more than any of you. In fact, I would probably put myself lower on the pole than most of you for that. I look at you, Arthur, with your job and enjoying yourself, and you've got a good head on your shoulders, and you're philosophical and artistic and all the things that I can't really say that I am, at least not to the same degree. Nate, you've got a job and a family, and you do things out of necessity because other people depend on you to do those. I don't have any dependents. The only dependent that I have is myself, and I don't really treat him as I should most of the time. Max, taking care of your education. I quit my education. It would have been 5 years ago now. I hear, I hang out with Molly's family or other people, and they talk to the younger kids. What are you doing with your life? What do you want to do? What are you studying in college? What do you want to be when you grow up? Kind of questions, and I can't help but think to myself, well, shit, where did I go wrong in not answering that question? Because I don't have my life together, and no matter how much I try. But I digress. As getting older has made me start thinking more and more about that, getting my life together, etc. And it's difficult. Like today I was looking into IRAs because God knows I won't be able to retire on a 401k. And it's something that's necessary. At the same time, I know that I would like to start planning for that kind of stuff, but I don't feel stable where I'm at. My position is not full time. I'm taking. I'm leaving. I'm going to Vegas on Sunday for a week. By the way, but I don't get any PTO at my job, even though I work 35 hours a week. and have for over a year. Well, not quite a year at 35, but I've been with the company for over a year. So I question my status in the company that I'm at. I know that the people I work with don't take me seriously. They don't really. Some of them really appreciate what I do, but some of them don't, and not due to lack of trying, either because they themselves don't care or because they don't have the people directly involved with my work coming to them saying, "Hey, look, this guy does good work." I don't know what my cat's doing, but it's probably not good. So anyway, I'm trying to be more proactive with my life, as I encourage everybody else to do at certain times. So I gave myself a deadline. I'm going to work my ass off and try to be productive and positive until February. Come February, if things haven't changed or improved for me at my job, I'm done. Because the amount of stress that comes with a lack of planning and improper execution, out of ignorance, out of just ignorance, adds a level of stress to my job and my life that there's no reason to stay with it. I grew up, under the constant rattle of my mom saying, don't do something just because it'll make you a lot of money. Do something that you love. It's good advice for the most part. I think I've talked about this in the past. Thor! I don't know what she said. I think I talked about this in the past, though, where, it's important to do what you love. But God, money can really buy some happiness. I read an article yesterday about how money really can buy happiness up to $75,000 a year in today's American economy. That, anybody making up to $75,000 a year is very happy, but then once you hit $75,000 and above, that level of happiness kind of plateaus and even drips. But I look at these years in my life where I'm making shit money and getting shat on at work and, struggling, as many of you are, and as many of the other people that are in our, generation, age bracket, etc. are. And I hope to myself, these will be the years that make me appreciate the ones that are successful later. The only person who can make those years successful is yourself, and I'm going to try to do that. And it's a pain in the ass, and I hate it. I work the whole day tomorrow, 9 in the morning until like 2 in the morning the next day. But then on Sunday, I'm hopping a flight and going to Vegas to see my dad, bringing my camera, and hopefully I will actually take it out and take some footage, which would be nice to, do something outside of my basement or my porch. So hopefully I will have something cool for you guys next week. I hope everything is going well. I am starting to get excited about New Year's and seeing all of your shining little faces again. So is Molly. Have a great night. Have a great week. And get your shit together. Because I know I'm trying to.